All right, here we go. This is video 1 for page 1. All right, this is our math review. It does say till 3/27, which would have been tomorrow. However, we are now closed through May 1st. So if you have not heard that yet, or if I didn't tell you this morning because you didn't sign into Zoom, we are closed through May 1st, possibly longer, I'm not sure. Okay, which makes these videos even more important. So this is math. Right? Look for YouTube links in Google Classroom. That's what we're doing right now. Okay. This is Unit 1. Ooh, I wrote it all on here. Okay, let me try and erase that. That was from earlier today. Can pause this video for a second. Pause recording. Okay, teacher magic. I cleared the board. Okay, so this is Unit 1, way back from the beginning of the school year. A lot of us forgot what we were doing, but it's called number sense and integers. Okay. In the mail, you received your math packet. Again, if you have not, like I mentioned in other videos, please contact me because you need to get this. I also sent home this, right? Some of our highly used tools from our math folder. Okay. When we're talking about number lines and adding and subtracting positive and negative numbers, that means we need to utilize our number line, which I packed away for you. Make sure you're using this, okay? This is simplifying sums and differences with start and change. Okay, sums and differences. What does that mean? Sum, add, addition. Okay. Difference is subtract, minus, okay, to take away. We are not using products and quotients yet. Okay, we're going to do that on the next page or the other page. Remember, this is going back to the first days of school. Okay. Our goals, if you read it, it says, I can simplify integer expressions. I can describe integer expressions using math vocabulary. I can create integer expressions based on a real-world context. Okay, what I did for the number line is I put it here for easy reference. As we're counting, we may not be able to see all the numbers down here. Can I move this up? I don't think I can move it up. Oh, there we go. Cool. Very nice. Okay, so yes, there's the number line. We're going to be use it to count. Okay, then you need to read the instructions. Given the expression, word problem, or number line, state the starting value, change, then create an equivalent expression and simplify to find the value. Now, there are a lot of words in here. Okay, expression means, well, I don't like that color. Erase it. Why isn't it erasing? That's very thick. Every time you turn this on, it does not save your settings. Can't say I care for it all that much. Okay. So here we have expression, right, which is this. It's an example. It's the problem. Okay. Word problem with words, right? Number line. This is a number line if you can't remember. Now, starting value. Starting value will always be the first number in our expression for page 1. Okay. Change. Change is what we're doing to the problem. Okay. What is the operation and what comes after that? Equivalent expression. Equivalent means equal. Okay. So another way to write the problem where we get the same answer. At the end of the day, we have the same answer. We call that an equivalent expression. And simplify to find the value. Simplify, make it smaller, reduce it to one number if we can. Value, what does value mean? Right here. Answer. Okay, I hope you thought answer. You know, this is not interactive. All right, let's get started. Scrolling down just a little bit here, I think, if I can. Someone said something about zooming in. There we go. I think that's as big as I can go without making a mess. So starting value is that first number. Oh, look how thick that happened again. Why did it move to black? Just had it on a different color. So starting value is -20. Apologize, I'm writing this on my mouse pad, so the numbers won't always be clear. It might be a little difficult to read. I'm hoping to get a pen. That will make it look nicer. We'll find out. Now, change. Sometimes we need to box our terms, right? Box your terms, box your terms, box your terms. How many boxes am I going to have? 1, 2. So when I box my terms, the operation that is in between the two boxes is what it's going to be, because pluses and minuses do not go inside these boxes. So a plus means sum. So I will write plus plus -10. Plus -10. All right, an equivalent expression. How do I write this so I get the same answer? Well, there's a plus here. You can see that. Now, one thing we can do is we can block out, like if I didn't have this plus sign here, another way I would be able to write this would be -20 minus 10. And I would get the same answer. And that's because if I were on my number line, okay, and I had -20, and I was adding 10, but it was the -10, that means I'm going more negative, okay? And the same thing, so if I have the number 20 here, and I'm minusing 10, I'm still going to go more negative, okay? And -20 plus -10 or -10 is going to give me the same answer of -30. I am all done with that problem. If you have any questions, you need to make sure to message me. It can be a private message, an email. Okay, please contact me so we can make a Zoom session, especially if you have not signed into my Zoom sessions. You really need to start. Next, number 2. So I will box my terms. Let me erase that one. Okay. I want you to box your terms also. Okay, I hope you're ending up with 2. It's always good practice to box your terms. My starting value is going to be -20 again. So I'm going to take this and plug it in right over here. And my change, what's that operation? I hope you said difference or minus. That's a minus sign. You are correct. That is minus sign. Minus -5. Cool. Now what would I do for an equivalent expression, right? When I have a double negative, a minus sign, and a negative number, right next to each other with this parenthesis right here showing me, that means they cancel out, become positive. Okay. So another way to write this problem would be negative 20 plus 5. So I'm taking negative 20 plus 5, okay? And I'm checking it on my number line because it is not negative 25. It is not. It's not positive 25 either. So I take my negative 20 and I'm adding 5. So I'm moving right down the number line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My answer is negative 15. I hope you got negative 15 also. Okay, problem 2 is all done. Scrolling down a bit. Number 3. Oops, I didn't erase everything on here. Erase. Okay, oh, there are no numbers to box. You're right. There's not even a problem. This is a number line. So it looks like this number line. Okay, what I'm going to do to help you is I'm going to include the plus and minus, right, and a 0 over here. Make this a little more easier to see what I'm looking at. So this side is positive, this side is negative. And if that's 5, we'll just put a line right here and we'll call this 0. Okay, that way it looks a little bit more like our number line that we were used to having. My starting value is this number here at the bottom. Okay, if you forgot, 5. That's where we always put our start. Our change is what we are doing to the problem. Well, there's 20, and which way is that arrow pointing to? The minus side. Okay, so I will write minus 20. It is not negative 20, okay, because this is a positive 20, so just minus 20. And my expression, when I put it together, is going to look like 5 minus 20. Now I need to write an equivalent expression, okay? So I need to write this another way where I'll still get the same answer. Now if we scroll back up to our other problem, negative 20 minus 10 was the same thing as saying negative 20 plus negative 10. So this is the part we're paying attention to right over here. So I can add the negative number, and it'll be the same. Sorry. Okay. So negative or minus 20 would be the same as if I said positive 5 plus negative 20. Okay, and 5 plus negative 20 is, you checking on that number line? So I start here, here's my start, 5. And I'm going to the minus side 20 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And I stop on negative 15. Notice how I'm using my number line every single time. So if you're trying to cheat and do it in your head, well, this video is using the number line. So ha 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 ha. Negative 15 is my value. Number 4, and we're on to a word problem. Oh man, but don't worry, we are prepared for that. I didn't make a big thing, maybe I should. But cubes. Here we have cubes. Let's see if that's in my other math folder over here. Can I pull that for you? Cubes. Here we are. Maybe I should try to download that one too. I might download these a lot if I do it that way for each video. I think I already have this saved on my computer. Okay. So I'm looking at my cubes. And I start with C. Circle, key, number, and units. Okay. For this one, we don't actually answer with the units. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to circle, and I have a circle guy over here. I have 4. Oh, can I move that? 4. Jan parked in a parking garage 4 floors below the ground. She took the elevator up 9 floors. So I see floor 4 and 9. I'm talking about floors, right? Nice. Go back to my cubes. Underline the question. What am I being asked to solve? Okay. So, but that it didn't tell me to solve anything. Ms. Johnson, you're right. It's tricky. It's down here at the bottom because we have to solve this. So the question is, what does the value of the expression mean in the context of the problem? So this is what we are answering. Okay, got that. Now box, the action words. What are our action words? So this one is a little tricky because if I'm only looking here, I may not find it. So I have to make sure I have a nice vocabulary to help me figure it out. But I did include your word bank. Okay, so you can always refer to that. Let's see. So Jan parked in a parking garage. I'm not hearing any action words over there. 4 floors below. Oh, below. Well, that's one. It's underneath, you know? So I'm going to put a box around the word below. And then the ground. She took the elevator up. Oh, well, if I said below, up should also be a box. All right. Nice. I'm going to have to eliminate. What can I cross off? Don't need to know about Jan or what she did. Floors, that's our unit of measure, but for this exercise, I'm not going to be too worried about it. Okay. So if I'm looking at my keywords, I see 4 below, up 9. Okay. My starting value says 4 below. That means -4. So now we're solving. Show your work. Okay. S, cubes, solve. The change says up 9. So up is positive. And below is minus. So I'm going to add, I'm going to plus 9, P, L, U, S, 9 floors. So if I were to write a problem, how would you write that? I hope you said -4 plus 9, right? Kudos to you. Here's the trickier one, the equivalent expression. I do have an example up here. So this one said negative 20 plus 5. Yeah, and I have a plus 9. That's right, we minus the negative number. Okay, so we're switching the order. I'm going to write it this way. An equivalent expression means same way. Sorry, a different way to get the same answer. Negative 4 minus negative 9. Why? Because these cancel out. So if I have negative 4 and I'm adding 9, what's my answer going to be? Start at negative 4 and we're going to the right, to the blue side. 9 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My answer is 5. 5 floors. So the value is 5. What does the value of the expression mean in the context of the problem? I'm going to write it in a sentence. Okay. Jan went up. Not 9, 5. 5 floors. Again, I apologize for the writing. This is not the easiest. Okay. Number 5. So the last 2 or 3 of them are all word problems. Okay. Going back to cubes. What am I circling? What am I underlining, boxing, evaluating? Okay. So here's a reference. You also have it on, hopefully, right next to you. Okay, so starting with my numbers. 75 degrees. Oops, I did get both of them, but not always going to work that way. 75, 80. The temperature in Sydney is 75 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature in Copenhagen is 80 degrees colder. Okay. And again, they wrote the question down at the bottom. What does the value of the expression mean in the context of the problem? Underline that. Okay, so make sure you're underlining what you're supposed to underline. Now get the box or action words. Temperature. No. Sydney. Let's see, the temperature in Copenhagen is 80 degrees colder. And is that in here? Colder. If it's colder, is it getting, are the numbers going up or down? They're going down. It's colder. So what is our operation going to be? Right? We'll put a minus sign because we're subtracting. Okay. And we're going to eliminate. So the temperature in Sydney, I can cross that off. The temperature in Copenhagen is, there we go. So I'm left with 75 and then 80 and colder. Okay, so my starting value, it says I'm starting with 75. I change colder, so I'm going to minus 80. So my expression, how's that going to look? I want you to write it. Don't want you just waiting for me. I want you to try and figure it out. You can always pause the video and work the problems and then check to see if we agree or not. Because I might be doing some of this stuff incorrectly. Okay, So I hope you put 75 minus 80. And then equivalent in expression. So another way I can write that, 75 plus negative 80 degrees. Okay. And my value will be negative 5 degrees. Okay, so the value of the expression mean in the context of the problem. So the town that we're talking about is Copenhagen. So E N H A G E N. If you can't read that, it's up here. Okay. Is negative 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Notice how I include my unit of measure. Okay. Here's the last one for this video. Bob owes the bank $80. On Tuesday, he deposited $10. Okay. Back to cubes. Always use cubes. It's very helpful. So back to my circles. Okay. And I see 80 and 10. Okay. Underlining my question. Going over to boxing my terms now. Bob owes the bank $80. What does that mean? Owes. Owes is an action word. Okay. And then on Tuesday, he deposited. Owing and depositing, those are both action words. And it is not, I am not seeing it here, but this gives us a nice wide range of words that we can use from. Okay. Think about if you owe someone money, are you going to be positive or negative? You're going to be negative because you owe them money. Let me cross off what I don't need right now. Don't need Bob, the bank on Tuesday, he. Okay. Owes means minus. Put that up here, minus. Deposited is plus. That means we're putting something in. So owes is before the 80 also. So he owes $80. Is it going to be positive 80 or negative? Right. So we're putting negative because he's short. He owes the bank. And then my change, deposited 10, and that's adding. So he plus 80. Plus 10. My expression, negative 80 plus 10. And I have to remember, double negatives cancel out and make positives, so I need to bring that double negative back. Negative 80 minus negative 10. Okay. Those would cancel out, and either way, I would get the same answer. Now, on my number line, it doesn't go all the way to 80. I know, but we can use a little trick. So I have negative 80, but I can do 8. Okay, so we'll just take the 0 off and put it back on later. So if we're borrowing from the tens, that would be 1. So if this was 80, if we counted by tens, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay, and then we're adding 10. Adding, we're going to the positive side. So it'd be 80, 70. Okay, so if you're trying to use the number line in that way, you can. So how much money does he still owe the bank? Now he owes the bank $70. Okay, what does the value of the expression mean in the context of the problem? You could say something like, Bob Fill O's the bank 70 dollars. I didn't put a minus sign in front of the 70 because O's is like the minus sign. Okay. So leave me a comment. Let me know how much this video helped you, if at all. All right. See you again for video number 2. Let me see how we can. There we go. All right. See you next time.